Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and those who are new to this channel, kindly make sure that you subscribe to this channel for the latest tech updates and the tech knowledge. So today is day 9 of the 20 days of statistics, and today we're going to learn about the normal distribution, okay? About the normal distribution, the bell curve, the empirical rule, everything basically. So without any delay, let's start. So we're going to study about the normal distribution. So let's first understand what the normal distribution is basically, okay? So a normal distribution is a probability distribution where most values cluster around the average, that is the mean. The values farther from the mean occur less frequently and the distribution is symmetric. Okay, its shape looks like a bell, which is why it is known as the bell curve. Okay, so let me draw a normal distribution graph for you guys. Okay, so this is how a normal distribution graph would look like. Okay, and as you can see in this graph, the most values are clustering around the average, that is the mean, that is here, and most values farther from the mean occur less frequently. This is the frequency. Okay, and the distribution is symmetric. So let me talk about the real world examples of the normal distribution. For example, we have, okay, let me write the examples here. Okay, for example, we have the first is the human height. Okay, and the second one is the exam scores. The third one is the blood pressure. Okay, and we have like measurement errors and many natural and social phenomena. Okay, so why does this appear everywhere? Because many small independent factors combine together. Okay, when multiple small factors add up, the result tends to be a normal distribution. So let me talk about the key characteristics of the bell curve. So first is that it's symmetry. Okay, so the left and the right sides are the mirror images. If you can see, like if I draw a line here, so as you can see, the left and the right, are the mirror images. Okay, and the second okay, let me write the characteristics also for you. Okay, so the characteristics are, okay, I made a blunder, I guess. Okay, now it's fine. So the characteristics of bell curve is, first is that it's symmetry, like the left and the right are just the mirror images. Okay, the second one is that the mean is equal to the median, which is equal to the mode. Okay, and the most observations lie near the mean. Third is that most observations lie near the mean, and the spread is controlled by the standard deviation. Okay, the spread of the normal distribution is controlled by standard deviation, which is often referred as this. And you would ask, like, how? If we have the standard deviation as smaller, then this is a narrow curve, and if we have a large standard deviation, then the curve formed would be a wider curve. Okay, now let's talk about the most important topic, which is the empirical rule. Okay, so okay, let me take another page here. Okay, so let's talk about the most important topic, which is the empirical rule, which is also known as the 68, 95, and the 99.7 rule. Okay, So this is the most important intuition. So the empirical rule tells us how data spreads around the mean. It basically, tells us how data spreads around the mean. So the rule says that 68% of the values that 68% of the values lie within one standard deviation of the mean, lies between the first standard deviation of the mean. The 95% of the values lie within the two standard deviation of the mean, and the 99% of the values lie between the third standard deviation of the mean. Suppose your exam scores are, uh, let me write that for you. For example, exam scores have a mean of 70 and the standard deviation of 10. So, according to the empirical rule of the standard deviation, 68% of the students scored between 60 and 80. 95% of the students scored between 50 to 90, and 99.7% of the students scored between 40 and 100. Okay, so this means extremely low or extremely high scores are rare. Okay, let me explain you through the graph. Okay, let me divide it just like this. Okay, so that you can understand better. Okay, so this is our 68.7, 68 point, what was that? Yeah, 68. Okay, 68%. Okay, 68%. This is our, this one, it's our 95, and there it is 99%. So think logically. Okay, it's very logical. So it says that 68% of the value, this is your 68% of the values will lie between the first standard deviation. Okay, this is your first standard deviation, second, and then third, and your 95% of the values, that is this one. Okay, from here to here. Okay, like this one is your 95%, and from here to here this is your 90. So it's very logical, in your normal distribution, the 68% of the value lie between the first standard deviation, 95% of the value lie between the second standard deviation, and the 99.7% value lies between the 99%. Okay, now let us talk about like how it is used in the data science concept, like the normal distribution, how does it help. So the normal distribution helps in, first it helps in detecting the outliers, detecting outliers. Okay, the second is that it is used in understanding the variability, understanding variability. Third, it is used in calculating the confidence intervals. Fourth, it is used in the hypothesis testing, of course. And fifth, it is used in model assumptions. And also it is used in the feature standardization. So it is used in many statistical methods. Assume data is approximately normal. So in the real world, extreme events are rare, but most things happen around an average. So the bell curve is mathematics describing that reality. Okay. So this was all for today about the normal distribution. Hope you guys like this video. So if you like the content of this video, just like this video, subscribe my channel and do not forget to hype my video. Meet you in the next session of the 20 days of statistics. Till then, bye bye.